welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't put out anything for a while. I've just been, to be honest, watching a lot of stuff, and it's hockey season's in full effect, so I'm watching games constantly. Just been busy. But I am back now, and I'm bringing you what I hope to be a very long series of 2023 Battle Royals. So this is going to be covering all genres of movies from that year. I own 157 movies that came out in 2023, but I've narrowed it down to 100, and my top 100, and I'm going to be battling them out, 10 per episode, just like my old ones, and the winners are going to go on to the next round, and I'm just going to continue. There's going to be the first round is going to be 10 episodes, and I've already watched most of the movies. That's what I've been doing, is going through and watching and rewatching all of the movies I have. And yeah, for the most part, I have most of what came out in 2023. There's a few here and there that you can't get because either they never came out on physical media or I just can't get them. They're just not available. But for the most part, this is gonna be including like pretty much my top 100 of the year, and broken into 10 different episodes with one winner. And I will throw them in the ring and get started here. So my first one is Mortal Kombat Legends Cage Match. Now these are all 2023 movies. Next up, we have Retribution. Fist of the Condor. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. The Meg 2. The Invisible Raptor. American Fiction. Nefarious. Fast Charlie. My last one for this opening round is The Pope's Exorcist. So yeah, that was the first 10 I've watched, and decided to put in one round against each other. I have my order written down here to see who's going out first. And my first elimination, so in 10th place of this opening round, I just watched this last night, actually. It's called The Invisible Raptor. I did a whole episode on it with Brendan from Our Life in Horror, and Rob was on there as well. And yeah, I just bought this, and it arrived yesterday. And it arrived late yesterday on me, so I didn't have time to finish the movie before the live stream started. So I went back last night before I went to bed and watched the little bit I missed. And it's still in last place for this episode. I think I gave this a 2.5 out of 5, which is still better than I ever thought for a movie called The Invisible Raptor. I thought this would probably be I don't know, a 1 to 2 is what I was expecting from it. And I got a 2.5 to 3. Some of the comedy lands. I would say at least half of the comedy misses. It's too immature, too silly. I do like some of the gore effects here. Like, it's hard because I just talked about this last night, so I'm just rehashing everything I already said. But that wasn't on my channel, so yeah, it's got decent gore effects. Like, it's all CG, but it's decent. It's not like brutal, terrible stuff. It actually looks pretty good. There's some good kills, It's a part where a guy gets his jaw ripped off and it's hanging in the air. There's a part where a guy gets his arms or his legs and head cut off, and it's pretty solid. Like, there's a lot to like here. Some decent comedy. It is what it is. It's the Invisible Raptor. And in ninth place, we have Nefarious. Now, this one was, I gave this a 3, but this wouldn't be a 3 for everybody because it's very politically motivated. I'm very in the middle when it comes to politics. I have some beliefs that lean to the right. I have some beliefs that lean to the left. So I'm very middle ground man. And this one very well leans to the right, which is very rare in Hollywood. But it is, it's a guy that's on death row, and he claims that he's basically the devil. And a atheist goes to talk to him to see if he can get him off of death row because he's about to be executed, and on the plea of insanity. And then what comes next is just a bunch of basically right-wing political talking points that come from Sean Patrick Flanery. And to be honest, he's the reason why this movie's a 3 for me. Because his performance is like way better than this movie is. Like he's just, it's great acting. It's actually kind of nuts. He's really pulling it off. He's got split personality, so he's switching between the demon and himself without any, like, cover-up. Like, it's literally just he'll be talking as the demon, and then he'll just switch into his real self without anything in between. Really well done. But they touch on everything from abortion and just... like, if you are in the middle like me, you enjoy these politically driven movies a little more than the average person. Like, if you're really left-wing, you're gonna absolutely hate this movie and think that it's just propaganda. If you're all the way right-wing, you're gonna love this movie and think that it's just genius. And when you're in the middle, I just like being the person... movies that make you think. That's what it is to me. It's because I'm not set on any of my views. I'm not. That's what when it comes to politics, I'm not 100% on anything. There's wiggle room everywhere for me, and I think most people should be like that. If you're 100% down bent on something, I think that you haven't really thought about it enough. But that's enough for politics. Nefarious in 9th place. And next up, we have Liam Neeson in Retribution. This is also a 3 from me. This one's irritating as well because I had to actually cut this one to fit inside a Blu-ray case because this is a Blu-ray that came in a DVD case. Like, it's stupid. It's the Blu-ray and the DVD, but it came in a DVD case. In my shelves, these ones fit DVDs, but the rest of my room are all cut to only fit Blu-ray. I made them that tall, and I had nowhere to put it. It was like, the frig. So I had to cut it, and it cut good. It doesn't look, you can't tell, but I cut it to fit it inside a Blu-ray case. But it is a Blu-ray. This one, the reason why, I love Liam Neeson and his action thrillers, but this one's a little too basic. But it has enough tension build up, though. Like, he basically picks his kids up in the car. He's going to drive them to school. He's not a great father. You can tell by how the kids treat him. Busy father. I shouldn't say not great, just busy. And he ends up having a bomb to the bottom of his car. To his seat, sorry. And a guy calls him and he's telling him that if you get up If you try to move, your car's going to explode. And it becomes like an extortion type movie with a little bit of a twist. And yeah, it's that simple though. Like he's just driving around trying to figure out what's going on. Other people are dying. Decent. Like I'm always in for one of these Liam Neeson action thrillers. I'm a sucker for them because for the most part they always entertain me. Like as simplistic as their stories usually are, I'm always entertained. Like I'm in for it. I'm enjoying it. So it's a 3 for me. It's taken my 7th or my 8th place. Next up, this was a first time watch. I watched this yesterday. This is Fist of the Condor from Hayao. A Hayao original. I love that freaking title. Hayao. Freaking awesome. This one wouldn't be for everybody. Even people that are fans of martial arts movies. This one might not even be for that crowd. I gave this a 3 again. This one's more like it's very mythological feeling. Like it's hard to explain. It's like the story, I'll just give you a little bit of what the story is. This main character here and his twin brother are seeking the book of the Fist of the Condor, which is like a legendary martial arts technique, and it's set in modern times too. Not ancient China or ancient Japan or nothing. It's modern times. And the one brother is the bald one. He's just traveling the countryside, and the movie's broken up into chapters, and people just keep trying to fight him to the death to steal this book he has. But you don't know whether he has the book or not. That's part of the mystery. Because he claims he's on a mission to kill his brother, who actually has the book. And his brother is sending, like, assassins to kill him. And it's just a very, just a mythological, like, too much of it a bit. Like, this would have been even higher for me if it wasn't so fantasy based. It's weird. It's a hard one to explain, but the fight sequences are freaking awesome. Like, well choreographed and just some real experts here on display. So yeah, this one actually kind of shocked me. I wasn't expecting much. And it ended up in 7th for the episode. And like I said, all these would be considered my top 100 of the year as well. They're just broken down into episodes. My number 6 is another one that was a lot better than I was expecting. This one's called Fast Charlie. Pierce Brosnan, possibly James Caan, his last performance before he passed away. Marina Baccarin from Deadpool and tons of other movies. But yeah, Pierce Brosnan's just an old, like, hitman / cleanup guy for a mob boss. And you're just following him around the movie, and it's just basically what it is. He runs and it's hard to explain these because they all kind of have the same plot. It's like mafia style thing, but there's a betrayal, and now he's on a revenge mission to try and take down the people that betrayed his boss. And there's a couple pretty funny moments, especially the first kill in the movie. I was actually gut-busting laughing. I was like, oh my god. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I love me some Pierce Brosnan action, and he's still delivering at his age. Fun little movie. Shocked me. Now, at the halfway point for the episode, in 5th place, I have The Meg 2. Huge Jason Statham fan, and I think that's why this movie is as high for me. Like, it's a 3.5 now we're up to. And I honestly think that it's because I'm such a Statham fan. because the movie itself isn't that great. But here's the thing: it is what it is. It feels like a sci-fi channel movie, but with a budget. Because it's really cheesy and silly and goofy. Like at one point, like that scene actually happens in the movie up there where he's got his feet on the megalodon's mouth, stopping it from eating him. Like this shark is the biggest thing in the history of the sea, basically, and he's stopping it with his legs. Like, it's silly, but it's fun. It is what it is. Now, I do wish the first half of the movie didn't take so long and wasn't so serious. Like, the first half of the movie takes place where they're exploring the bottom of the ocean, and that part is a bit slow. It feels like it's a serious movie at that point, and then it turns into goofy fun in the second half. So it's a weird one, but I still had some good. I still enjoyed it. Meg 2's a must grab. Now, my top 4, and in 4th place, I put The Pope's Exorcist. Now, this movie didn't get a lot of love when it came out in 2023, almost 3 years ago at this point. But I enjoyed it, even on first watch. This is like the 3rd or 4th time I've watched it in the last couple of years. And it's just like a fun exorcism movie. If you go into it thinking it's going to be delivering unbelievable scares or insane gore or anything you would expect from your typical exorcism movie, it doesn't deliver that. It's more just a fun, basic storytelling of an Exorcist movie. And it's weird. I know that sounds like it should be hated, but I gave it a 3.5. The acting's okay. The one thing that kind of irritates me is the little kid that's possessed. His voice, like the demon talking through him, feels a little too video gamey for me, but whatever. But it's cool on who the demon ends up being. Asmodeus, one of the kings of hell, which they don't touch on like the big bosses of hell very often. So I enjoy that part, and that it's set in an old church that's been turned into a house, and under that church is some history. I love historical stuff like that. It's really fun for me to watch. I'm always entertained. So yeah, and it's Russell Crowe. Phenomenal actor. Always has been. So Pope's Exorcist. If you don't have that, pick it up. My top 3 and 3rd. This was a tough top 3 for me, alright? Really hard. And I'm going to say that in 3rd place, this was like... In 3rd place, I'm putting American Fiction. Now, this was my 2nd place, and I moved it to 3rd. This is up to a 4 for me now. 4 out of 5. And this is just a really solid family drama comedy. Like, it's just well written, and Jeffrey Wright here in this is really awesome, and so is Sterling K. Brown. But it's just about a family, and he's a writer that's suffering from like writer's block, and he's just fed up with the modern day what you would call wokeness, I guess, where it's like everything feels like it's pandering to something. He's sick of it because he's a writer that writes prestigious books and not just pandering books. So he looks around, and all these other black people are getting famous for writing like ghetto stories and stuff, and he doesn't write that, and he doesn't make enough money. So it's just like this disgruntled older man type attitude. And then he writes a book, and he calls it Fuck. And he does it as like a stab to the world, but it ends up exploding into this phenomena. And he's like nominated for Writer of the Year awards and stuff. And it just gets really funny. I'm like, oh my God. Adam Brody's in here. He's a douche, like he always is. But yeah, if you haven't seen American Fiction, I highly recommend it. It's really good. Enjoy that a lot. That's the third time I've watched that. And then in second place, the frickin' shocker that comes out of nowhere. This random Mortal Kombat Legends cage match movie that I had in my collection, had never watched. I had it in my collection because I've seen some of the other Mortal Kombat animated movies, and they were really good too. But I never thought that I would be giving a movie like this a 4.5, and that's what I gave this. I thought that it's almost perfect. Like, it's hard for me to give animated movies perfect 5 stars. I don't know why, it just is. And this falls into that category because it is damn near perfect. The way that they film it, it's set in like an 80s California setting where it's really flashy palm tree type settings where they're driving down the road and it feels like classic like racing games like Cruisin' USA on the Nintendo 64 and stuff like that. Feels very like that film style. And then the story's really solid. It's kind of like an origin story of Johnny Cage. And tons of great comedy, and it all lands. Like, there was no comedy in here that felt cringy or immature. Like, it all felt like it all landed, and it might be because I've played pretty much all the Mortal Kombat games, so I'm also a fan of those. So I'm understanding some of the humor. But there's also just a lot of good humor, and then the action's good, the storyline's good. Like, if you've never seen Mortal Kombat, it's kind of like there's a bunch of different realms. It's like the multiverse. There's Nether Realm, and that's like hell, which is a major part of this. There's Earth Realm. There's all the different realms are where all the different beings are from, and they're all trying to like be the best realm basically, and that's what the Mortal Kombat tournament is. It's the best fighters from all the different realms fighting each other to see who's the best realm. That's not what this movie is. There's no realm battles, but there is the Nether Realm trying to take over Earth Realm and kill us all. So it's a lot of devils and stuff, and just good. If you haven't seen this, I say give it a try, and it might sell you on watching all the other Mortal Kombat animated movies. This is the fourth. Is this the fourth one I have of the 4? Like, I have 4 of these that are the Mortal Kombat Legends. Another one was called Scorpion's Revenge. That one was really good as well. So yeah, this is only the second one of the 4 I own. There might be more than that, but I own 4. This is the second one I've watched, and this is a 4.5. So it took second place. But my first place winner is Guardians 3. Now, the first time I watched this, I gave it a 4. And I was a little bit underwhelmed, but I don't think that's fair because I was also burnt out from the Marvel movies. After Endgame, the next few were really bad in my opinion, and then I just lost hope in the Marvel movies. So, like a lot of us did, I think. So I wasn't expecting a whole lot. But on this watch, my second watch of this movie, this moved into masterpiece level for me. Like, this is a 5. This is such an emotional ending to the trilogy for James Gunn. And Rocket's backstory, if you're not in tears throughout like 20% of this movie, you're not human. Because it is so fucking sad and just grabs you by your freaking feelings and just doesn't let go. And then that's just his backstory, and then all their stories about how this is the end of the Guardians, they're all just going their own way and stuff. The whole movie's just sad. But also really good and solid action and lots of good comedy that lands, and it's just a damn good end to the Guardians trilogy. And I think it's a must-own. 4K, looks beautiful, sounds beautiful. And this is going to be my first winner of 2023. It's making it to the top 10 of the year. and I think it deserves it. Anybody that like was in my situation and watched this first time and wasn't a huge fan, give it a second watch, because it kind of shocked me. On the second watch, I was so sucked into it because I haven't really watched that many superhero movies in the last couple years. So maybe it was time for a superhero movie, and this one was the good choice. So yeah, check out Guardians 3. Takes round 1. And it will move into my final episode where I'll feature my top 10 movies of the year and figure out what order I'm putting them in. I'm going to do that basically right before that episode. I'm just going to figure out what order I want them in and go from there. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for checking me out. And I will bring you round 2 probably in a couple days. And I hope you come to see my next round. Thanks.